In this video, I'll be creating the conduit feature definitions for utilities. Right, so first you'll want to review your list of utilities you need to create. I'm going to start with a communications line between the fiber optic cable. I'm going to be creating these inside of the utilities DGN lib. So going under feature definitions and drainage and utilities. And then under conduit, I need to start by building out any type of folder structure that I need. Right, so I am going to be putting these directly under, there's not going to be as many feature definitions for utilities as we have for drainage, so I don't necessarily need to have separate folders underneath the different types. So in that case, I'm going to be creating them directly in the root folder. Right, now I'll set the description and the name seed. Okay, additionally, we can add that trench template. As well as set the feature definition. And leave the trench, create trench set to false. For the function, this is going to be a segmented cable. You can also do user define and type in your own. For the network type, I'm going to leave this at fiber optic. Set invert to start and stop will likely want to be true. Single gradient true. For the conduit type, I'll choose a cable. And then for the shape, we'll keep it at circle. The shape orientation for utilities, we're going to keep at soffit. And for utilities, we handle the size a little bit different than when we do stormwater. So here, directly in the feature definition, we can list out all of the different sizes. Right, so here you can have multiple sizes. In this example, I'm just going to have one. So this is just going to be for fiber, cable. Do an inside diameter. You can also change the units here to inches as well. I'm going to leave the thickness and the minimum bend radius and the joint deflection to 0. And the unit length. And for the minimum cover, I'm going to set this to 3 feet. And we can edit that at any time. I'm going to skip past the items and the user data extensions, and then go in and set the feature symbologies. Additionally, if you did want to have the inner and outer walls of the conduit display in planner profile, you would want to add that there, which it looks like in my example, I am not going to be doing that. Alright, so I'll do another example. Let's do for the electrical segment. I'll create a new feature definition. Set the name seed and the description. Set a trench template if you want. I'm going to skip the trench template for here. For either one of these, you can do user define and type in your own. It's just attribution, really. And then we're going to set to start and stop true, and then the single gradient true. And then the conduit type, I'll set this to a duct. And the shape is what's going to control our conduit table. So if I set this to a box, and then go into the conduit table, you're going to see the column headers of this dialog are going to change. So now I have a rise and a span, and I can fill out my table with my different box sizes. And whatever you put in this list, when you're placing the conduits, this is going to be your drop-down list for your available sizes. All right, and lastly, we'll go and set the symbology.